Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. First of all, I'd like to thank all those people who like my previous videos and subscribe to my channel. If you have not subscribed as of yet, you can just go down and click the subscribe button and press the bell icon to get notified about my latest videos. So for today's video, I decided to talk about one of my favorite Hollywood actors of all time. Now, you see, there are many great Hollywood actors like Jack Nicholson, Daniel Day-Lewis, Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, Tom Hanks. But I think this was one actor whose acting could be easily compared to theirs. And yet, this person never made a list of the greatest actors of all time. I am, of course, talking about Philip Seymour Hoffman, one of the best actors of the 21st century, who unfortunately died a few years back at the age of 46. Now, first I'll say why I think Philip Seymour Hoffman is so amazing and great that he was able to leave this impression in such a short career. So, first of all, he redefined what we know as acting. You see, before Philip Seymour Hoffman, we knew what was natural acting, realistic acting. But Philip Seymour Hoffman showed that any role, whether it's a comic role, whether it is a negative role, whether it is an extremely over the top character, could be played so realistically, so naturally, that it's just amazing. Each and every one of his roles, he underplayed it, and it's also really great because his roles varied from, like a sort of a super villain to this extremely comical character to a very serious character in an art film. So I think that's what makes him such an amazing actor. And even in such a short span of career, he was directed by some of the best filmmakers in Hollywood, including the Coen brothers, Spike Lee, and of course Paul Thomas Anderson, who I think took him in 5 of his films. And so now I'll tell you about some of his best films, which I think you should definitely watch. Number 1 is Doubt. Now, Doubt is a film which stars Meryl Streep, Amy Adams, and Philip Seymour Hoffman. And I think Philip Seymour Hoffman steals every single scene he is in. He completely steals the show. He even surpasses Meryl Streep in acting in one scene. Philip Seymour Hoffman plays this character of a father, a priest, who is accused of child abuse. And now the best part about the film is that we never really know that is he truly guilty or is it just a doubt that he might be guilty. And he portrays that character really well. The next film which I think I should talk about is The Master, directed by Paul Thomas Anderson, who, as I mentioned before, took him in 5 of his films. This is, I think, his best performance in a Paul Thomas Anderson film, and that's really something to say, considering that he was also in Magnolia. Anyways, in this film, The Master, Philip Seymour Hoffman plays the role of a cult leader. During the end of the Second World War, who believes in rationalization and Scientology, and the lead character in the film, played by Joaquin Phoenix, joins this cult and starts considering this person, Philip Seymour Hoffman, to be his master. What's so great about this film is that, as I said earlier, Philip Seymour Hoffman does his usual underacting. He underplays this role, while Joaquin Phoenix is sort of over the top. And the way that both of their characters contrast each other, it's just amazing. And finally, the third film which I'm going to talk about, which I think any Philip Seymour Hoffman fan was expecting by now. I think in this film, his acting can be considered to be one of the greatest actings in cinema. And that film which I'm talking about is Capote. It's a biographical film. It tells the true story of Truman Capote, the writer who wrote such famous books as Breakfast at Tiffany's and In Cold Blood. So this film tells the story about how Truman Capote wrote the book In Cold Blood, how he actually went to the murder sites, and how at the end it's a very tragic film. I won't spoil much for you, but all I can say is that Philip Seymour Hoffman gives a masterclass acting, and I think especially the last few moments of the film where he just breaks down. There's not much dialogue. It's like I think 2 minute long scene, and there's only just one dialogue at the end, and before that we see how he slowly breaks down, how he slowly starts crying, how he slowly breaks into tears, and that's just amazing. So anyways, although, and for this film he also won an Oscar. So anyways, as I was going to say, that although he's an Oscar winner and very famous in Hollywood, I don't think that he has got his due recognition. Like, I've never seen him in a list of great actors in Google or internet or anywhere. So I think that he has sort of been forgotten, which is a real shame, I think. But anyways, I would think that all of you should check out his movies. That was the video. Thanks for watching. If you like my videos, please like, share and subscribe. You can also write down your thoughts in the comment section below. So thank you, and I'll meet you next week.